Hello. It's day 5 of the lockdown, and we as a country are still grappling with this unprecedented measure. Here are some ways in which the life under lockdown can be made smoother and fears of many Indians can be quelled. First off, I would like to bring to you two cases of people who earned their wages daily, but now their livelihoods are lost, and yet they have rent to pay. For example, a boy who has started a gym, he has rented out space to set up that shop, and now he's lost his customers. His gym, of course, is closed. We are under a lockdown. What happens to the rent he needs to pay to the landlord despite not earning through this 21-day lockdown period, perhaps even more? Let's talk about a man who's running an e-rickshaw perhaps, and he has to keep that e-rickshaw somewhere. He puts it in a garage where it is kept safely for 21 days or maybe a month, but he still has to pay rent for that vehicle. So what happens to these people? They are under a fear during this lockdown because they don't have too much cash in hands. Their money may be running out. So how far can the government really intervene in such cases? Let's also talk about household helps. Many of us, a large number of Indians, employ them, and right now none of them can work. So of course a lot depends on the goodwill of the people who employ them and the goodwill of the landlords who are renting out these spaces to the people who earn their wages daily, to be compassionate in these very difficult times. And also, whether or not the government can intervene, that's a big question, but some sort of reassurance, some sort of order will be much helpful. It will help in quelling the fears of these many Indians. Also, as far as the organized sector is concerned, and if we talk about Noida, the district magistrate here has ordered that all companies and all factories will have to pay their workers despite all processes right now being under lockdown. Despite no work being performed, the wages need to be in their pockets. So these kind of orders and their enforcement is helpful and is necessary, and it would be good if more districts followed. Next, I would want to address the migrant laborer movement crisis, and it is a crisis now. Because more than before, now what's happening is that people are not only walking by foot, there are many people who are crowding at bus terminals like Anand Vihar, hoping for a ride back home. And there is absolute confusion on government policies, both the Delhi and the UP government. On one hand, they're asking people to stay put, and they're saying that all essential relief to them will be provided, including food, shelter, medicines. On the other hand, they have arranged buses for these people to go back to their homes. The Delhi government has arranged buses for them to reach the borders of the state, and the UP government has arranged buses for them to be ferried back to their villages. The buses, of course, are not sufficient in number, and the number of migrants far surpass them. So we have distressing scenes at these bus terminals across these two states. So there needs to be more clarity and less confusion on the movement of migrant laborers. Are they supposed to stay put? Will every essential services be provided to them to stay put, or are they actually supposed to move? And can that be done in a more organized manner? Right now, all norms of social distancing are being tossed to the winds at these bus terminals. Just take a look at the visuals. Next, the states, there's an interesting thing here. Now, the states have different rules for making public the names of the people who are under quarantine at this point in time. Some states are circulating the names of those people who are quarantined so that their contacts can be alerted. They can see these lists and themselves realize that this is the person they came in touch with. So you need to be careful. You need to stay at home. You need to monitor yourself and then go for a checkup. Report your symptoms if you have any. So this is the idea behind making the lists public. However, many states also choose not to. Some of them are undertaking massive contact tracing, but they have not made this list public. However, in a country like India, there needs to, of course, be some clarity, or there needs to be a uniform regulation at this point in time. And one would recommend that in a country like India, where such information can easily go viral and can easily become a source of harassment for the people under quarantine and for the people who are family members or friends, so there needs to be a restraint on this kind of information being made public. It is, of course, there's the question of privacy, but there's also the question of safety and the possibility of harassment. Next, we come to the shortage of food and essential supplies. Now, there needs to be this entire supply chain that was disrupted due to the lockdown still needs to be smoothened. It still needs to be settled down. And of course, steps are being taken continuously, but things are far from what they should be. So it will come to settle down gradually, but for now there are still disruptions, there are still shortages of food, essential supplies and medicines, and this is going to be a work in progress. We cannot say that there has been a solution yet and things have settled down. Lastly, we come to charitable funds. Yesterday we told you how many people who want to contribute to the fight against COVID-19 have been seeking a list of verified charitable funds where they can put in their money, a charitable fund where the credentials of that firm, of that NGO are verified. So first of all, you can already contribute to the State Disaster Relief Fund, which is being tapped in order to fight the COVID-19 epidemic. And you can also contribute to the Prime Minister CARES Fund. That is a PM CARES fund that has been launched yesterday by the Prime Minister. So these are options before you, and this is all for today. This is what we have seen over the course of the last 4 days. These are the issues that still need to be addressed. If you think we've missed anything, let us know in the comments below.